Right, mate. I thought I'd do you a quick video of that Wyvern Trench run where I got that artifact of the skylord doodah. I did actually just do the run a moment ago, recorded the video, and then didn't realise my mic had been on mute the entire time. So um, I'm now going to attempt to do it again. There's quite a few wyverns around, isn't there? You know where the Wyvern Trench is, this top half of the map. The part we want to go into, you can enter it from two sides, or two ends of it, either end rather. We want to be on this left-hand end, roughly there. There's quite a few wyverns around. When I did the run a moment ago, the first time I did it and got it, I managed to get in and out without any confrontation with the wyverns. I sort of like snuck to the side and got down there. The one I just did a moment ago, I got attacked and killed by a fire wyvern. So we do need to urge caution on it. However, what I would say is get the, if I use my orbital cam, get this fuel orc chap on your back. It means you won't be able to use the cinema crops guy to sort of float around with, but it does mean we can, if we do die, we won't lose all our stuff. And importantly as well, I've actually put, when I first did it, I've got down there, put a little foundation down and a bed on it, so that we could then, as long as we've got that field hawk on our back, fast travel once we've got the artifact from the bed back to our base without having to make our way out of the trench again. And the same will be for like the cave ones. I just think it'll make it a lot easier. When I did this originally, when I was first playing it, obviously I didn't have the field hawk capabilities then. So it's a bit trickier, and plus when you're in caves and things like that and you end up getting lost or whatnot, or aberration like you said before, you know, that fear of getting stuck down there and not being able to get out. This has made life for arguably teleporting across the map a hell of a lot easier. You just need to remember you've got the fuel hawk on your back. You actually see in the corner on the side of the screen on the right this little backpack. That should denote you've got him on your back anyway, but if you're not, just toggle the orbital cam off, on or off, using little touchpad and that, just to see that he's definitely on your back, so that you've got him. And then what I did was I've taken, rather than my actual proper Argent, I'm going to take this one of them spare ones we've had down there, just in case we end up losing it. What's it been dropped there? If he ends up getting into a fight with a wyvern, or we end up losing him, or we die, say he was going back down there. As I say, I died the last run I did on this, so there is actually an Argent down there of ours. If he survived or not, I have no idea. But let me show you anyway. So you need to go this way. Let's avoid them Argents and wyverns as best we can. And we go down here. You'll notice you come into the wyvern trench because you'll see these like, oh crikey, there's so many of them. You'll see these like crystal-like things coming out of the rocks. And if we go all the way down here, so you want to go into this part here, go all the way down here, boop, 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 boop. And then you'll see this lava flow, and we want to double back on ourselves and go through here, and this takes us into the fire part of it. Go round to the left. Most of the caves always just head round to the left again, and a little bit down. It will say you're hot, don't worry about that for now. Stick to the left, stick to the left, stick to the left, and then we want to go all the way down. There is that wyvern that I came across before. Oh crikey. Oh, my Argent, I can see him down there, so he's somehow still alive, but they're fighting. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And once we get all the way down, you'll be able to see around here somewhere I have put a bed. Ah, that's where my body died last time, look, so that's handy to know. And then carry on all the way down to here, and there's your artifact of the skylord. Quickly grab him. You can only carry one on you at any one time, artifact wise, so do bear that in mind. Get back on your Argent, and then go up here. Now if I try and stay away from that wyvern, up here somewhere, I should light it up really. I have put a bed. Where did I put that bed? I did put a bed around here. Ah, there it is. On this foundation. There's no point grabbing my dead body because there shouldn't be anything in it. So I was like, where? No, other than that. So that's fine, my Argent's there. And then what I do is I then refreeze my Argent, so we don't lose him. Now, is that other Argent still alive? Can I get him? I'm just going to sacrifice him. I won't whistle him. Okay, I'm just going to ignore him. So I'm really teaching you about the trench run. I can always try and get him back. I did see him here, but he's disappeared. Anyway, and then, as I say, making sure that dude's on your back, boom, onto here, fast travel, and then if I click down to that bed's fine. This is our main thing, and we go travel to bed. This will take us all the way back now to our base camp, and this is the one outside by my little house thing that I built. And if you get out quick, now I tend to just find myself a bit of open space, just so that, because sometimes the fuel hook drops the bag on top of like that industrial grind or something daft like that. So if you can find yourself out in some open space and keep your eyes peeled for him, there he is, boom, comes in, drops your bag, hit the inventory, and there, boom, all your stuff. Straight away you've got that back. And then always make sure, first thing, go back and just pick him up. Like that, like so on your back. Obviously to get him off your back, look ahead of you, double tap triangle, whoop, and he flies off. Same with the cinema cots, I think you probably know that anyway. But as I say, just make sure you pick him up, because it's easy to forget, and then you try and fast travel. It says, oh, you drop all your items, and you go, oh, I won't drop my items because I've got him on my back, and you haven't, and then you're buggered. So as I say, always look out for that little satchel on the right hand side of it. But this now should have us, I did pick up a crate actually with some things. Just put the armour back on, my little hands. Obviously all your other stuff will be in your slots as it was before. We've got our Argent back in there, so he's fine. And there we are, boom, 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 is our artifact of the skylord. So I think, mate, that's the easiest way of doing it. As I say, we'll do it for the other cave runs as well. I think give it a go, that Wyvern Trench. I know it's a bit nervy with all them things flying around. They're strong, but I'd say you can take them on. If you take something down there you're not worried about losing, like an Argent or something like that, don't obviously take your powerful ones like your 328 ones or anything like that. But even a 328 Argent might stand a decent chance against one Wyvern if you get into a pack of a few of them, of which the ice ones tend to sort of roam in groups of like 2 or 3, then you could be a bit on a sticky wicket. But as I say, worth giving it a go, mate. It's one of the easiest artifacts to get once you get down that trench. So straight down that end of the trench, down until you come to that little lava flow, double back on yourself so you go backwards and under again, stick to the left and then head all that way down. Don't worry about being too hot, you'll manage it, you'll be fine in and out. And then grab the artifact and come back. You should avoid, as we did then, any sort of confrontation with a Wyvern. If you've got the field hawk on your back anyway, worst case you die and then spawn yourself back at one of these beds here, and your fuel hawk will come back with all your stuff. So you're not really losing anything other than possibly losing your Argent that you went down with, but they're expendable, them spare ones we had in that little aviary place. And then go from there, mate. So I think it's worth doing. And what we'll do then is if we each take like a little bed with us and some foundation to put it on, when we do the cave ones, where we've got to go in sort of deeper and, tackle some of the little beasts down there and then grab the artifacts, rather than having to make our way all the way back out again, we can just use this little fuel hawk trick. Turn my head off. Use the fuel hawk trick and it will just bring it straight back to us, which is an absolute touch. So it will make the cave it will make the cave runs a hell of a lot easier. And as I say, that Wyvern Trench as well. Plus, any risk of us dying at any point is mitigated by the fact that we've got this little chap on our shoulders. Going down that one as well, I'd make sure your water's up anyway, just because it is hot, but take a couple of these canteens down with you just in case, obviously your food and that. But as I say, mate, it's pretty straightforward. It's definitely worth giving it a go. You might as well. As I say, and at least you've had the sort of run of it. If you're down there and there's not many wyverns about, I don't think that would be the case, but if you're down there and there's not many, and you come across a wyvern nest and you see an egg, grab it. I think you can actually use a whip rather than having to go into the nest, grab the egg, come out of the nest, go back and waste a bit of time. I think if you've got the whip on you, I think you can whip the eggs and collect them. I've never actually tried it, but that's what I hear anyway. So that's a good way of doing it. And again, if you can grab an egg, lay a foundation and then a bed on it, jump on the bed with your fuel talk on your back, and fast travel back here, then even better, you've come back with a wyvern egg and we can sort of hatch ourselves one of them. I know we've got some of them in them loot pods, but I think it's probably more fun to do it traditionally, go into a wyvern run, grab an egg and get out, and then breed it that way. Plus there's more chance you get a more powerful one rather than a poison wyvern from a loot drop starting at level 1. So yeah, give it a go, mate. I think next time you're on, jump on and give it a whirl, and at least then you've done it. You can do that solo, as I say, you don't need me, and then you've done like a little artifact run, and then we go from there, buddy.